there. Ooh, IWM baby.
News came out. Fuck. What happened?
I don't know, but I'm okay with it.
Dang, dude.
We had Christine fired. They're going to resume supposedly the Iranian war.
I was gonna say that you can draw a card, dude. It's one of them. Iran.
Yeah,
Fucking
dude. Hey, Potter, there's a. You mentioned that shit. You said that's gonna be a war gap, dude. Like, on the. Is it on the QQQ? I
probably,
think
yeah.
down to like 490, 494. Go down to like, go to the 24, go down to like 490. You'll see the gap. You remember you told me about that. You're like, you see.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, dude. It's a war gap, Papa.
yeah.
That's what she said. And look, it's probably gonna get filled eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Maybe. Hey, dude, you never know, bro. The way it's
I mean,
looking right now,
a
shit.
real downturn, dude. You mean you look
Yeah,
from 375 all the way down to 400. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, dude.
that's you put that over
That's a long
here, and
way though. That's a
that's
long
in
way
here.
though.
Yeah, that's in
Yeah,
there.
dude. That's crazy
IWM
though.
is heavy though today. Heavier. It's been heavier actually. It's
Oh
been
yeah,
kind of
dude.
nicer to trade.
Last year, I would have been clapped both ways, trying to guess which way the market would have gone, but not this year.
Not this year, baby.
Nice.
Can't catch me. Yeah, I dumped my homie's account and I got him 249 puts, which is real far to the money, but he said, "Oh,
Well, 249, we're not really that far away. I think we're at what, 252 right now?
yeah, I was doing the three strikes away thing, you know." Uh, oh, that's my breakfast. All right, one second. $50. She put the bag in between the door and the screen door. What a nice lady, dude. What a thoughtful individual. I gotta add her, give her an extra tip. What happened to the nap, Papa? I thought you were gonna take a nap this morning, dude.
Yeah, I wish.
I can hear you're sleepy, dude.
No. Yeah, dude. I'm fucking sleeping with her last night, dude. Freaking got one of those those fucking couches that turn into the bed. We got that shit at Costco, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Sounds,
shit turns into
sounds,
a bed. So I just fucking popped that shit open and we just slept in the living room. Just wait to fucking carry her around, dude.
when we
Because I
got
live
home,
in a
go ahead, go ahead.
no, but I live right here in a threeplex, bro. So like I have the garage and I gotta come up the stairs and it's the
Uh,
living room and then I
yeah.
gotta go up another flight to take her up to the master. But I was like, nah, fuck
Oh,
that. We're gonna sleep in the living
sleep on the
room.
bed. Yeah.
I was like, hell, no, I can carry you ass up the stairs.
When we got back from Disney World, I had actually no, not Disney World. Excuse me, Miami. Um, we as soon as we got in the house, bro, and I did not. I stayed up late that night with Manny. Obviously, me and Peyton were like the last ones standing. Like Peyton's or Manny's family had passed out. Some people were like barfing. Like it was rough. And I don't know what usually I'm not a drinker, and usually there's a limit, but like the tequila was just hitting different that day, and so we were up. It's like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and we finally go to sleep, and it feels like 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Like you go to sleep, 2 minutes later, you wake up, and it's like 7 or 8 in the morning, and I feel terrible. Obviously, I'm like more hungover I've been in years. And I drink an espresso, hang out with Manny, and then we drive all the way from Miami to Savannah. And we got there at night, like late, and bro, I literally couldn't even get up the stairs. Like I ended up just sitting on the couch. I was like, yeah, just let me sit here for a minute. And Peyton went upstairs, and I literally, it just felt like someone put a cloth over my eyes. I just woke up the next morning on the couch, like, oh my God, what just happened?
Dude, good times though, man.
And then I woke up and threw up. That was the wildest thing, is I waited a whole day to like barf. It was awful. Yeah. What's going
Good
on?
times though.
Oh, it was great. I had a blast, dude. An absolute blast. Also, god damn, bro. IWM, baby. Oh.
God, dude.
Oh my.
Dude,
About to have some
IWM's
tequila right
moved
now.
almost $3 this morning.
fuck.
I'm here for it. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
God.
Dude, that's
Thanks a
one
lot,
of
Alex.
that's one of the
Thanks a lot,
best
buddy.
ones, dude. I
Also
love that.
love
Thanks
hit
a
my
lot, bro.
target.
Dude, if
You
it can get into here, bro, we're about to have a nasty day. I mean,
you
that's
guys are gonna eat good on a Friday, bro. You guys are
oh
gonna
my
eat good.
God, I'm about to eat. Lily? Yeah, I think it's gonna keep dumping, dude. I know. I know, I know. All right.
LUV's another one, Carrot.
You pretty sure you just called me Carrot, but I'll let it slide. Oh, damn. We just
Yeah,
talked about
dude.
that one. He called me Carrot. I heard
Yeah, I
that.
hit my price target. I bought that one almost at the end of February.
Oh, Buster, no, you went long on it? Oh, Buster. You might have a chance at the floor at 970. Yeah, I would be pretty disciplined with that one. All right. Tap your screens. Eat your preens. I don't know what that means. All right, let's see here. Dude, listen, you want to talk about learning patience? I came downstairs this morning, $2,000 office desk chair, right? My cat, Toothless, who's at the local feline terrorist, threw up in my fucking chair, dude. I was up at like 7:30, like steam cleaning my chair. It's awful. I'm about to over the cats. I had to reset myself. That shit pissed me.
Better on
That
the
shit.
chair than on
That shit.
your PC, bro.
I mean, yeah, but still, dude. Like, why? Like, why?
Isn't that the cat that always goes on top of your PC and
He
chilling on
knocks.
top of the fans?
He knocks
Yeah.
over my shit. He's all over the place. So, all right. I'm just waiting for everybody to get on here. Everybody's
Alright,
awesome.
I'm gonna listen in.
All right, brother. Everybody's asleep this morning, dude.
Yeah, wake the fuck up, everybody. It's Friday.
Wake up. Yeah. Yeah, once you start taking care of kids, taking care of other things, it's like, ugh, goddamn. All right, so let's check out the ETFs here this morning, and as you guys can see, yesterday's close, which was unable to grab anything, right? And really, if we're real with ourselves, right, it filled up all the empty space that we left behind before the end of the day. And I thought that was really interesting because in class last night, someone said IWM is ripping. And for a second there, I got nervous, but then I remembered that's what we need to do in order to retest, especially off the bell. That could lead to a gap up, or we could end up obviously retesting and continuing moving down. But this brings me to some important levels that we're likely, and actually I think we just saw, hopefully we don't get too strong of a bounce off of this thing. But that being said, right? Actually, this is one of the targets. And beyond that, right? A drop beneath this. And you know, obviously I'd love to say that that could happen immediately at the bell, but chances are we might see a bounce somewhere, right? Even if it's just a retest, and there's a couple levels above us that we're going to be paying attention to. This wick right here and these two bodies right here, right? Now there is going to be a gap as well up above and empty space. So don't get overzealous, right? With all this empty space here, we need to open the bell below 251.75 in order to see any sort, and the market knows it, right? IWM knows this. It you know, not that it's a sentient being, but that is where price will fall, right? So buyers are probably going to try to step up and keep you away from it. So pay attention to what is above you. I have tile in 85% of my house, but the cat was puke. Dude, Catherine, am I right? I resonate with that. Yeah, the only spot that has carpet, or his favorite spot, the stairs, where you walk and could potentially die. All right, so IWM, we're going to be paying attention to this one as we get closer to the bell. Obviously, if you did swing short, this is a major price target to trim at. You know, we did lead into yesterday with some speculation on both sides. So we'll see, obviously, what that brings us this morning. Oh, wee. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a good day. All right, so SPY. And obviously, guys, the moment is arised, right? We're starting to see levels get not only retested like they were yesterday, but we're now breaking out of those ranges. Now, we did open in those ranges, and I want to emphasize this morning that make sure you're on the right side of the momentum, all right? Playing to the upside right now for retest is going to be quick, short, fast-lived, get in, get out, right? But obviously the trend moving down here, we have a couple of targets, but first target is obviously 670, a previous floor that we've tapped off before. And that's really about it. I personally don't have any other levels but this. Where's your breakfast? Anything you want to say to the class?
Dankeschön.
Dankeschön. They didn't get it for you. You don't need. I'm always on time. Principal Patterson, I expect nothing less. I expect nothing. Bitteschön?
Isn't that welcome? She said thank you or something, right?
Yeah. You know what? I don't know. You could say
you tell her ich liebe dich. I won't say that to her, but you do.
Hey
Says,
Peyton.
I love you.
Ich bisha disk.
Ich
That means
liebe.
Oh, I fucked that up. Ich liebe
dish.
Dish. That means get the dishes
that.
done. No, it's kidding. It means I love you. Edition. What are you speaking over here? All right. Anyway.
I'm not sure. My stepmother was full-blown German.
Oh, damn. Nice. I don't know why that just reminded me of The Office so hard. All right. And then again, we're going to take a look at QQQ here. And this one still has range to break. Still, and I still believe that this one is the heavier one. So you could be looking, folks, today for maybe a little bit more out of QQQ than SPY and IWM, which are already leading breaks to the downside. Right now, the Qs are situated on some previous wicks right here to the left. But ultimately, it's going to be 595 on the 24-hour. And this is going to shift, right? It's 595.75. I speak German. I lived there 44.5 years. I thought you said 41.5 years. Should we go deep in the Qs? I mean, this is part of the Qs would be probably a priority. Yes. Yeah. I think if you're looking to capture what you didn't on IWM or SPY, you got to go with the one that hasn't gone yet. Or at least try, you know, in range with lower risk. But ultimately here this morning, you're going to focus on this 30-minute time frame. Right, we have a box right here. We're in the middle of pushing down below. This right here is going to be a secondary trigger here as well at 599.15. Let's look at the 15-minute here. So a drop underneath 597.87 would be preferred, and that would be both a entry and a stop loss. You know, longer expirations might be able to move that up to 598. And again, we're not even there yet. So if you do get a bounce back up or a retest back up above, you could look. Yeah, and we do have a gap, you know, again, up at that 607 mark, but this one's going to keep falling. So the goal here would be to, again, 597.97 is where continuation lies to the upside. You'll notice there's empty space within this box. I expect a pretty fluid move through this. And then, you know, with the 594 small 5-minute range right here, we'll just need to lose that. But again, we're looking at a 24-hour break. So we'll navigate this one together as we get into the bell. And again, the target to the downside is 582. All right. What are we listening to? What are we listening to, man? Fuck it. That one. All right. Now, I'm sure you guys have some questions on individual equities here this morning. Hopefully, if you were long, you hedged. But let's go ahead and take a look at those. Amazon here, obviously, with the market overhead pulling back, it makes sense to see Amazon doing the same thing. 4-hour time frame, right? Barely touching, scraping that 221. So this could open up a short play. Hopefully it doesn't go too quick here, but yeah, I see with the overhead market dropping, 212.59 would be first, as well as the area you broke out from. Now again, this is going to be dictated by where we're at the bell. If we're underneath here, which it looks like we might actually make this move before, damn it, why'd I have to say anything? Sorry about that. But yeah, I would be looking for touchdown around 211. If you see continuation in the market, right, then I would be looking right around there as well at 209.55. This is also something that is situated itself inside of a channel, right? So you can use that to your advantage as well. But the most fluid move will be within here. So hopefully price opens up, giving you an opportunity to do that. Now, this empty space that is creating, you know, the continuation of the upside might have to be, right, where you build like this and then get the rest of that empty space up to 227. So just throwing that out there, that is something that we should be looking for here this morning, or really going into next week, right, is how price responds to the structure that it's set down underneath it. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. Yeah, well, we got it. All right. Hymns to the downside. So, I think this is really simple, man. While the overhead is heavy, right? The bottom is not. You're looking at a drop under 1525 here, 1529. It does look good. A drop underneath there, and I'd aim straight for the floor, and maybe even a new low. So not bad. Yeah. If QQQ hits 597.97 before market open, is it looking for calls? No, right? I mean, like maybe like as an intraday play, but as far as like a full reversal, right? Like that is going to be dictated by how price responds to the levels, right? So if we bounce here, you know, you could try to play calls, but the trajectory. Listen, this is where I get into teaching people about going against the grain. Are we falling? Yes. Simple, right? Is everybody in agreement here? Right? We are falling. The overhead markets are falling. So what is the trend? Down. So until we start recovering levels and you're playing the upside, you are at risk. Period, point blank in a story. So just because something is falling, right? If it's falling down to a floor, which I guess, you know, you could say that about the Qs, you could try for that bounce, right? But ultimately, if we're seeing yet again another rejection, another loss of 609, you have to settle on, right, whether we're moving up or down, and you want to stick to that trend, because otherwise you're putting yourself at risk.
Sorry to interrupt you, Potter, but I just want to say this because I ran an account up from $200 all the way 2,500. I lost at 2,500 like a month ago trying to bounce things. When it's falling, don't try to bounce it until it recovers something.
Yeah. Yep. That's one of the things. So we're in my system, right? We're looking for, and this is just it, right? You know, you're either following my system or you're not. Taking bounces off of large 24-hour floors that you've had extended dumps down to, right? I think meta pops up in the back of my mind, right? Big dump down, right? That's maybe where you can, and I probably have a better example. Yeah, no, it was here, right? Big ass drop through empty space and you hit a big box. Okay, bounce, right? Bounce it. Go ahead. Because you have you fell fast. You left gaps, right? So if you see the right setup, which we just talked about this setup last night, I made a lot of money on this setup. And it was catching a bounce, right? It was catching a bounce, but it was what? When a bounce obviously builds something, holds and resists falling into the structure to the left of it. And then obviously with clearance up above, I'm using that lower time frame as a stop loss and I'm aiming up. But I'm looking for an extended move through empty space. And so we have to, again, if you're trading my system, that's what you're looking for. You want price to keep going. You want to be on the right side of the trade. So if you're a scalper, sure, bounce away. But you're at risk. That's just my thing. I've learned to ride the waves, you know, in the direction that they're heading. Not try to surf against them, you know. That don't make any sense. Same blew up an account already. Yeah. Stick to the system, you know. We don't have to go against the grain. We can, you know, I mean even now. Damn, look at meta, guys. Dip back in cost basis. That's not a trade I would take, but kind of crazy. IWM just tapped oh my god. I'm gonna be rich. Oh, I'm just. All right, let's see here. Tesla. So one thing I love about IWM is you can chuck $1,000 at it, $500 at it, you know, or something low risk to you. So yet again another rejection overhead on Tesla. You guys know I'm short on this thing. I'm looking for a re-entry on this as well. You know, obviously with today's market, we're going to see a bounce at some point, right? So it'd probably be, you know, best to be aware that we do have still yet a floor underneath us to potentially lose. That being said, if we're zooming in here on Tesla, I'll show you guys what you're working with here on the 30-minute. All right, so what we're going to look for here is we're really focusing on the very most recent price action. While all of this is still relevant, it's been transmuted to the floor here, right? So by losing this floor, you lose that ceiling, and we can focus on the structure underneath it. And I'll shrink that down a little bit cleaner. So in order for Tesla, right, I would really love to see this thing bounce, retest, fail, and then go for that floor 396.50 loss. And that will open up a nice intraday trade down and through this empty space with a, and be careful today with weeklies, guys. Be careful. But yeah, I would be looking at that 393.85 level underneath you and then potential continuation. Hello? Wow. All right. Yeah, Will Futures, thank you. Be sure to tap your screen if you're on TikTok. Amazon. Yeah, we just went over that one. I mean, I'm fairly certain you're gonna fill up most of this empty space. You know, you can split it in half if you'd like, but yeah, so like 213, but then you do have the wick right here at 212.86. But I mean, this operating inside of this channel, you know, you could see some for if you're long, you know, and you get a bounce up here, I would be looking maybe to, I don't know. Yeah, I would be looking for maybe an exit depending on whether or not when you do accomplish that, if you do get that retest, you know, whether you can hold this floor. But right now you're losing it as we speak. So what would be my entry for a long Tesla investment? Well, that honestly nowhere here, right? You know, if I was gonna try to invest in Tesla, I would probably want it to be first of all above 407.80. But on a higher time frame, I want the empty space below to get filled, right? And then at that point, I could look for, you know, a potential bounce on it. But ultimately, Tesla doesn't just fall and then reverse typically immediately. There's always, even in here, right? There's always a box or some formation that occurs before that happens. So yeah, I personally am aiming for the 368s and 355s on that one. So what time frame do I wait for to enter a trade? Well, I start with 24-hour time frame setups, but I try to look for confluence all the way down to, you know, say the 15, 20 minute. So mic check. Why are people not able to hear me, dude? Yeah, we closed up monthly. We don't have monthlies anymore for the time being. I don't want people joining monthlies while I'm teaching class. Make sure you guys subscribe to YouTube. By the way, if you're not already subscribed, almost at 16.5 thousand followers, subscribers. So close it and re-enter. Close it and re-enter. All right. What else do we got here, guys? MU. You know, dude, yeah, the MU, I might have to keep my eyes on this one today because unfortunately MU rewards bad behavior, but ultimately below 375.66, or even if you're feeling testy, 380.55, that wick right here that you bounced off of yesterday, you could look for a drop to this 365 floor, ultimately back down to 350, 349. Not a bad setup here. Two rejections off the top. So really the most logical target here is 365 as it is the floor. But yeah, this might be pop there, break here, drop here. That's not a bad little setup. I'll keep my eyes peeled on this one. The force between might is arrived. Where can I get information for your classes? My YouTube channel. I mean, yeah, you know, I'm teaching from top to bottom, from, you know, candles to channels to boxes to how to find them. Last night we did homework. We didn't even really get class done. Admittedly, I did graded homework papers, tested people on their ranges and boxes. Damn, IWM. It was a short class, but it's an interactive. Well, right now it's interactive. If you get it to next week, it's not. All right, GLD down. I'm shocked to say this. Me too. Okay, so what do we need, right? The answer here is simple. It's simple, right? We need a candle close or a drop underneath 565. Very simple, right? You can see that level right now is actually just barely holding on. So the first target underneath you, which has already been tapped, would be here at 461. Now, ultimately, you know, you're looking for probably an extended short to the downside here. Okay. So the tough thing about gold, right, is obviously trying to find its structure here. I think I found it though. So I would say right now 495.55, and then you know, in regards to the channel, maybe 455 as well. So I mean, again, and I'm drawing this around kind of what I perceive to be a range, because there's really not much for you to go off of other than, you know, a box that you already punched through, which, you know, you could say is still playing out. But yeah, I mean, below our low now would actually probably be a great place to get that started. So if you did not take IWM, what would you do? I
jumping in.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I mean, I've been planning for this. You know, I've positioned myself in low risk, out of the money contracts. Um, if this empty space gets filled, I mean, you guys are just gonna have to, you know, swallow that pill. I mean, it might be better. Yeah, at this point, yeah, it might be better to try to catch a bounce on it, right? Uh,
Suck it up, Buttercup.
I mean, you know, but if I try to give you sunshine and roses right now, dude, I'm gonna be, you know, potentially fucking your game up. But you know, the reason that I swing trade, guys, the reason that I put money on the table, you know, even yesterday, was again, I have a bigger idea. I've been short on IWM for fucking weeks now. And so, you know, putting the money and risking the money for a potential downside move, sticking to out of the money contracts so that way I can lower my risk but increase my contracts. You know, that's ultimately, you know, how I'm catching this to the downside. But with you guys, you know, I'll be here. You know, I think that's just the long and short of it. I'll be here, but I have to see when we're dumping this hard, guys. We're already lost $6, more than $6. Okay, so the move is over, right? This is a 24-hour move, and anything else that you get, you're lucky. That's why I said turn your attention, obviously, to the Qs, which have not lost anything. That might be the better short, right? But if you are short or you did grab something on IWM, then you should be able to take profit.
I have a question.
What's up?
You said turn our attention to the Qs, but the Qs are down $10. Wouldn't that be considered a whole day's move too?
Almost. If you can bounce up and retest, no, you still have the floor to hit. So
That's
I
really
mean,
what messed me up yesterday with IWM because I was like, damn, we already down $6. What's the chances of us going anymore? And when it bounced up, I didn't really look at what did we claim.
I see bigger dumps looking like right here from 612 all the way to fucking 583. You know, it's not like we're dealing with a regular dump right now. You know, this isn't what I would perceive to be a regular day. But yeah.
Okay. So it's a different weather.
You have 252 puts. I hope they hold. You should be all right. You should be all right. Russia is providing Iran intelligence to target U.S. forces. Interesting. What's up, brother?
Hey, good morning. I just wanted to call out Big Stepper and also One. They both joined study room last night and threw some good sauce at us.
Is your throat okay, bro? I ain't mean to karate chop you.
What's that?
Is your throat okay? I ain't mean to karate chop you.
Oh yeah, my throat's fine. But no,
Yes.
he was he joined the study room and it was good.
Awesome, man. Yeah, great job, guys. Glad you guys are getting in there. That's where the real work is at. Damn, right off of 250, guys. The contracts I bought yesterday were $28, $27 a piece for IWM. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the market has been propped up. I mean, that's what I see on IWM, but I mean today I mean you can see a bigger candle, you know. This one definitely could at least minimum go hit his floor, so what the fuck? Yeah, I am an ANF. Yeah, I'm looking at 83.50 here today on that one. USO. Well, USO, dude, well, yeah. If you were long on the USO last night, actually, I think I gave a target overhead at 104. Yeah, didn't I? Yeah, last night I think I gave a target. Somebody asked me to look at USO. That's your weekly high. Yeah, dude. Take your money. Take your gat dog money. IWM, don't do it. I see what you're doing. I know what you're about to
Another
do.
question.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, right where you're at in IWM, that floor of the box to your left, that's what we have to reclaim in all that dump in order for it to continue to go up, right? Grab a hold of what you fell from.
Yes. That would be the first area to go and grab.
Okay, cool.
Make sure you're on point with that. What's my plan for today? Take my money. This is what I do, guys. I try to swing into empty space. You know, the only thing that's regrettable is that I didn't grab a full size position. It's a risk on position, but I'm still going to make a bag. Yeah. So, I mean, my plan right now is to take profit and then to read and react based on where we're at, right? If we can pop up, retest 251, I'll see whether we reclaim. If we start to fail, maybe I'll take another short down. But the days, I mean, we just made a huge daily move. I'll leave some runners on the table for sure. But we also slammed down, you know, we're sitting underneath these wicks. So yeah, not only is that level pretty big to reclaim, right? But it's also been that 24-hour overhead resistance. So yeah, collect dinero, dude. That's why I do what I do, you know. Here's what I would say, right? Go look at individual equities that haven't responded in the same way, right? And focus on those, because a lot of them will like, I mean, not that, I'm just throwing this out here, but like, you know, this one, you know, you could see the overhead market is dumping. CRWV has a target underneath you at 65, you know. That's hot dog water. I said that last night. All right, let's see what else we got. Go ahead and finish dropping your request here. Bull down to 550. Lord have mercy. Yes, but probably more, right? I mean, this is if you're taking something like this, right? That's like all-time highs. You have that little channel-esque floor, so maybe 540. I bought one share of USO at $93 for long-term investment. Should I sell it or will it go like 2008? I mean, dude, that's a fucking trick question, my guy. It's one share of USO. You know what I mean? That you bought at $93. I mean, you made a couple bucks, I guess. I mean, personally, I would probably if it's only a share, I'd probably try to let it go as far as it can. It still has, you know, more potentially, but yeah, dude. Things are bad, not a reason for the market to be this high. Well, I think that's what we're seeing here this morning. I mean, you know, again, this is what I've been talking about this for months, and I might have to go and duet my own video. But no, I mean, you guys know this. Those of you guys in the Discord, I've had this short sentiment on the market being way too heavy. We could even say that this week, right? We're looking at multiple rejections of the box up above, right, on the weekly, and with a, you know, realistically untouched 588. And I mean, I see more, you know, I'm see more money.
Hello.
But hello. But 577, you know, 575 is an area down below too as well. Eh, yeah. uh I know, yeah. It's just not. I mean, I get it. The roughest thing about buying one of anything is trying to decide what to do with it. You know, it always makes your job that much harder. So you said GLW short, Corning, Cornball Incorporated. Oh my God, what the hell's happening here? Nice box. Nice box, man. I'm not familiar with its downside game. That's the only thing here is I'm not really. So I mean, tread lightly. You've already dumped a lot, 146. But ultimately, it's this floor here at 127.50 that gives way to another leg down. So, I mean, I guess with the market overhead, yeah. Maybe Monday will be black. Black Monday? Oh, it's Black Friday. All right. SMCI. Has earnings on April, not looking so good till not looking at it till then, but you liked it last night. Yeah, well, as far as a setup, right? But one of the things that I mentioned is obviously we have triggers above and below. Something like SMCI, you know, having earnings all the way out in April, you know, this is the least of my concern. Now, I can say this. SMCI is likely to move, right? More than likely. If it doesn't, then earnings is going to explode. If you stay in this range through all the dumps and everything else, when earnings hits, it's gonna rip. And I'm not, you know, again, you could say down or you could say up, but the beautiful thing about it is that opportunity is there and likely to clear itself up. So,
What if we calculated the time it stays in consolidation in the study room? We found that between 131 to 160 days. So we are at the 105th day of this range for SMCI. So
okay.
that was another thing we got from the study room.
Real quick. So, why did I grab shorts on IWM last night? All right, I'm going to explain this because again, this does go outside of my system, right, and leans more on my understanding of price action, right, which is not something that I can just give to people. It's something that you have to observe, right? It's something you got to see for yourself. So let me explain to you my theory, right? Peep game, all right, because this is important. Price gaps down, right, after multiple rejections overhead, right? Rejection here, loss of the floor here, and we gap down. We gap down to a floor, and we immediately bounce and close at cost basis. So opening up on the floor uses all of the volume that's there, or most of the volume that's there, and pops it up. The second day, right, price does the same thing, gaps down to the floor and pops up. What are we doing to that floor? Price gaps down.
Correcting the volume.
Exactly, right? We are pulling that volume off, peeling it away. Pop again. You wick off of the same area and you don't get it. You gap down again, right? You tap your high and you pull down to your floor. You lose your floor and just barely pull yourself up, right? Off of something different. Not the actual floor that you don't bounce there, right? You lose it and then pull yourself back up. But when you pull yourself back up, you're unable to do anything, right, other than retest. So my theory, right, and this is the theory, is that price is exhausted that particular level by gapping down, exploding all of its volume out, exploding the volume out, pause, and then thrice, right, we see that happen. The floor is gone. And the only thing that stands in its way is the 254 wick. And obviously now, you know, empty space. So when we bounce, right, when you see these big green candles, they need to be accomplishing something, right? This candle accomplishes something. So do you get a new high? Yes. We played that, by the way. But yes, we get a new high. But do these candles accomplish anything? No. So you don't go anywhere, right? What does this candle accomplish something? You're damn right it does. So it keeps going. These candles bounce and accomplish nothing. Nothing other than the floor, right? But what stands as the trigger to the upside refuses to let you pass. So all that for what? A drop of blood? Sorry. So that's my theory, right? Is that, and this is probably, you know, the same thing with the Qs, right? All of this for what? For what? Obviously nothing. So if you can't convince, right, or use all of that buying power that you keep dropping to get, and it gets you nowhere, then you don't have it. All your supplies are gone. Thus, you can drop. Does that make sense? I hope.
Starting to.
There you go, Jameson. All that for a drop of blood.
Okay, Thanos.
Epic. Jameson knows what I'm on right now. Feel like I got the Thanos IWM short. So yet again, right? What are you able to accomplish? You broke out yesterday. But did you break out? Out? No. Price is exhausted. Again, no. Exhaustion. Now we're falling through. And yeah, if this thing obviously flushes through its box and gives off a 24-hour, I would be looking at a target of 621.78. Already have that planned out. Sending financial help to a few people. Make sure you guys sue the ever living shit out of that guy if you contact him. But I blocked him. That's a scammer. Don't do. I was just joking. All right. 5 minutes here, folks. I suspect IWM is probably going to try to go back up and retest immediately. It looks that way, right? Kind of positioned a little bit right above. So again, let's make sure we have our levels set. As soon as I get my money off the table, I'll help assisting with you guys. And hopefully we can catch something that hasn't followed the rest of the market. To all the guys who DM people about courses and whatnot, why? Because they're scammers, dude. They're probably in an area where there's no resources, or they're lazy. I've turned a couple scammers over, dude. If they're not wasting their time, man. I've had people get scammed out of, like, by these people. I've had people get scammed out of hundreds, thousands of dollars. Somebody got scammed for like 10,000 bands. They were like, it was like a copy trading thing, and the dude was telling him that he had to deposit more money to withdraw. And I'm like, come on now. Song name? This is Blockhead, the music scene. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Yay, the mom robe came back. Hey, man, this is not a mom robe. This is a man robe. Look at me. Sounds like AI is trying to do like an emotional scene in a movie. Look at me. No, I don't think many people actually saw that video. I went to go post a video of myself, and I was trying to keep my hair locked in a fucking, I don't want to call it a do-rag because it's not one, but I had my hair in that, and then I had a hood over that, and then I was completely covered and looked like I was kind of rocking a burqa. Nah, it's not a shiesty. If you catch me with a shiesty on, just know that I'm having an identity crisis.
Guess what you're getting next year? I mean, this year for Secret Santa. You been shooting arrows still?
Yeah, I have. It got real cold here, so I started shooting because, man, when it's cold and you start shooting arrows, that shit hurts. But yeah, I shot one
Yeah, I
through
go
my
with the
neighbor's fence, dude. I was like, maybe it's time to slow down.
Now you got to get a horse and learn how to ride a horse and shoot.
That'd be pretty wicked. All right, everybody, you ready?
Oh.
Hey. Yeah, it's probably gonna pop right up here and hit 251.89. We'll see. I mean, that's what it looks like it's about to prepping to do. 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Ding dong. Damn, nothing like a little 300% trade, huh? Bam! Oh, who bought my contract, you dork? Nice. All right. Now, that 251, that's where we could see, obviously, oh my God. Is that real? Dude, the bounce, oh my God. People are, look at the calls. Look at the calls. Holy shit. They are trying to bounce this something fierce. And if we can get another leg down here, oh my God. Yeah, I see it. MU just broke that first trigger. If you guys are watching that one, I'm managing my trades right now. Fuck, these motherfuckers are pricing me out. Trying to use a fraction of profits to look at a potential, if I need to take a call over 251.90. I love this, my job this morning, done and done. Yes. Yes. Take your profit. Beautiful rejection. Muy delicioso. Doma. I'm sorry. Sorry if you're Vietnamese out there.
Doma.
Doma.
Put a W in the chat for the Asians out there.
Yep. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for letting me borrow the slang, you know. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Doma.
My God.
Nah, we need some of that hype. I need some Denzel Curry or something right now, dude. Get it bumping. I'm geese. Oh, I just typed in walking because I was. I got a sunblock. And I got a wristwatch. All right, let's turn it up. Woo! What a day, baby. I got some runners here on IWM. Looking at the upside here if we get a recovery of that floor. They're going to tousle our britches a little bit first. See if my runners do anything. What did he say? Rockies.
Nice bounce here on Rivian.
Rivian's actually ripping.
There's no way, dude.
Yeah, brother.
Where'd it go? All right, well, now I can't say I pump and dumped you guys. Holy shit.
I bought those at 4 yesterday. 4 cents.
I'm gonna, yeah, I bought them. Yeah, I'm gonna. All right, don't get too excited. It needs to get all the way up to the top. Again, if you don't like the music, you can always mute the stream. Ask one of your peers, they'll help you.
I'm at 20%. I'm selling.
Oh my god. How are you at 20%, dude? What price did you buy yours at?
30% now.
What's my exit on Rivian when you guys get out? You guys have to TP before I do, because I'm not ever going to be accused of pumping contracts. Although if the price rips, then everybody wins. But the price target here, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I wanted it to get to 16, so.
I bought him at 4.
Yeah, same here. Wait. I'm up 62%, dude. What are you doing? $7 on the ask?
I don't know what's going on. I'm
What's
just here
even
for the
real?
vibes.
Oh, no! God damn, boy! Sorry. I just love my job. I'm trimming a little bit more out here on the 250s. Oh! 400%. Sheesh!
If you're not in IWM, this is the perfect time to not chase. If
Fight
you're
that
new,
feeling.
any
Fight
of
that
these-
feeling. We do this shit. It's not the first time you'll hear me celebrate. Oh, yeah, dude. You just gotta walk. Stop the track. God damn, bro. Oh, I just sold that to somebody. All in. Q's seem to be taking a lead down here. Keep an eye on this one dropping that floor. It's up to scams and robbing. I might take a little shot on that one with some profits. Nasty little, what do you call it, huh? Damn, I got my homie's account up to 1,200 bones, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. Up to 9, down to fucking 2. Back up. That's just me slinging it, though. Brett Favre ass. Okay, structure retest here on IWM. 250% on my 254s. I'm out. Happy Friday. Let's go. Post those in the gains chat if you have an opportunity to do that. I'm going to make a little video because I've been waiting on this damn short for a long time. Oh, sellers are selling.
Too rich for my blood. I'm staying out today.
We're going to give you rich blood. I'm going to give you a transfusion. Never told
How
another person.
about more than I want to pay?
Yeah. There's other ones to potentially take.
Yeah, I was looking. Those contracts are heavy.
Yeah, yeah, they are.
Even the Qs, you're talking about almost like 264.
I know, but I kind of wanted to grab like some 580s on it, like just as a little. Not now, but. How do I trade contracts in pre-market? I don't, brother. I buy them before the bell at the end of the day. Yeah, you guys join the Discord, especially if you make money, man. If you make money following me, at that point, it's, you know, relatively risk-free. Panties are moving here. I don't know why I said that. Look at it. Ooh. Victoria's Secrets does have, it's at that 24-hour top, which makes me a little nervous, but ultimately that one does have a drop to 43.92.
I just realized why you said panties are.
I see a wedgie.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Mouth of the gritty abyss. Who 80 is this? I mostly trade options, yeah. I've definitely been making money since following you. I may join the Discord. That's up to you, man. No pressure. No pressure, dude. I'm just happy to do this shit, bro. And make money myself. Ugh, dude.
You probably need to go through with that first though.
Yeah,
Buenos
flip on
dias, señor
tracks.
Daniel.
Buenos dias, papa.
Buenos dias, papá.
Always the best. ANF
Good
is a
morning,
dud.
Juanito.
Good morning, señor Neo. Yeah, I saw those 250s too
Woo!
on IWM.
Oh, dude, we're about to, I think we might take another leg down.
Yeah, those
You know
250s paid this morning.
Hell yeah.
God dog, boy, the IV is pumping on this sucker.
Better watch out for that algo.
I hit 400% trade earlier in the week, was on cloud 9 for hours. Is that how you feel all the time? That's how I feel when I focus on setups that make sense to me. I mean, that's how I feel when I hold my positions, take the right contracts. I mean, 249s and 250s today. Ugh, dude, they were dirt cheap yesterday. I mean, there's no. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Not every day that do I feel like this. Some days I feel frustrated because I know that this is supposed to be happening or this is going to happen, but we're not doing. I mean, you got to think the last couple of weeks or this last week has been a little frustrating because my hedges work out, which doesn't, it cools the burn, makes me a little bit of money, but it also, I've got the upside or the opposite side. So no, I mean, not every day do I feel like this, but I'm really good at managing my risk and focusing on plays that make sense to me. So I've had this idea in my head though on IWM for ever. It's just and I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm happy as a clam right now. I just made a huge bag, but I also wanted to be able to catch this with full, risk off. But I didn't. So not everything is always perfect. But the system, allows for people to, as long as you're using good risk, which is key, you can make mistakes and keep it pushing.
Hey, Bobby, do you mind looking at AMD?
Trash. Why is this thing not moving? This is one of the ones, dude. Too far away to short. Well, you could short below 194.96 since you're bouncing here. And then you don't have longs. Outside of this, you'd have a 204.75 target. What are you looking to do to this thing?
Down. I'm already in it. I'm down for April 17th.
Hold on one second, guys. IWM looks like it's trying to curl up here. We need to see something get reclaimed. If they keep fading these, anything outside of 251.68, we're liable to move up here. Do not lose your money today, guys. Use light risk. If you can't use light risk, don't move. Hold on to your cash. Stop being greedy. Flip your phone over. Girl, you come now and don't. call me, don't call me no more. Said Kroger's popping. Damn. Crochet. I have nothing for you on this one.
Everybody's stocking up with their war supplies.
Yeah, right. Oh no. And don't call me. Don't call me no more. Don't call me no more. That was Gold Link. Rough Soul. Also, guys, I am going to be using a new... Dude, it's actually so sick. The people who built my computer have created a streaming service where I can respond to everything in AI. Like AI will transcribe what I say and put it in the chat. It's wild. Everything is like Jarvis. They've like built this thing. It's crazy. Where?
Yo, on the hourly for IWM,
Uh-huh.
you got a box down below.
All the way to 248.
Yes, sir.
I am well aware.
I got another. We got a box on top of a box, no? Because if you look, I mean, more left, below that, we got another box below that area.
I think right now it's like if this retest fails, right, and all this volume and bouncing goes to waste, then we can keep the flush going. Otherwise, the retest is up above you, you know. So
yeah, like you said, above that 251.60 area.
if your analysis is always correct, but the decay goes crazy, maybe futures is better. No, you just need longer expirations. Anything within 25 days of expiration is going to be harder to trade. That's why you want to take trades that are breaking into areas that lack resistance. To Delta. Came at the store. Fella, not Stella. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah. Uh-oh. Oh. Damn. Is QQQ about to break the floor right now? No, not yet. Honestly, you'd probably be. I mean, I'd hope for a retest first.
I was thinking the same thing. It hasn't. It's holding the floor pretty good. 598.81 retest.
I'm blasting calls. Keat, Lord have mercy. Hope it works. All you got to do is not do anything. Read and react. Brisket for the biscuit? Dude, biscuits, I mean, you think about that analogy, dude. Biscuits are pretty dry. Like, I'd rather risk it for a chicken biscuit or like a biscuit with jelly or something. Ham Sammy. Ugh. I hate ham. Levels on meta? All right with me. You got a lot to work through here, brother. Yeah, I mean, dude, the fucking level is 633. Yeah, we're building. Right now, this is how the price action builds, right? Slow. How many trades do I manage at once? 3 is usually my limit. That's usually what I limit myself to. Anything more than that, and I start getting a little excited. Eyes. For today. Sing it, Bill.
Look at IWM now.
Mm-hmm. Chop City, baby. Getting everybody's money. That's another rejection off the top here. We might be heading lower if this follows through. Patience, guys. Patience, patience, patience. Let it work. Let it work.
Hey Potter, you think that Rivian 16 call would be better taking it 2 weeks out?
No. If you're paying more money for something that didn't work out, I'd rather spend less and try it when it doesn't have confirmation.
Oh, okay.
Personally, that one wouldn't have been good. Yeah, maybe not for that little bit, man. I mean, I guess if you wanted to, but I just wouldn't expect that much of a return.
That's
So
why I'm asking, because the cost of the contracts and what they go for in the money. Things are like $50.
okay, strong push down. We're coming off the top here on IWM, so see. Ah, oh.
Oh, just a
Don't do that
question.
shit, bro.
Was this a level that WM was expected to bounce at? Like, if you go left, is this a box that it had in the past that it's now stopped at and building?
Sure. Yeah, this is a box that you
Yeah.
ripped ass through, right? Or a range, if you will, here and here, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the rule
But
with ranges are that we typically don't stay in a range. We will break through a range because it didn't have any structure. With a box, if we had a box in the past, then you can expect that to be a place where we would potentially bounce. But with a range, we should typically just go through the flow, right?
yeah, essentially. And I mean, like, what's happening here is natural price action. Once you break something intraday, you're typically going to retest it and try to push off of it, which is what you're seeing right now.
But if we were betting and if we've got our boxes right in terms of what's above, what's below, and what's to the left, what was to the left was a range. So technically speaking, we should just go past. That's why kind of you are further bearish on IWM. You're not
Yeah.
expecting a big bounce. No, just
It,
putting two and two together.
yeah, I mean, after a big fall like this, you'll utilize these levels to execute retests. So,
Right.
but yeah,
Yeah, and
QQQ.
this is the part where we're trying to pull in more volume from people who are expecting it to go up, and they're like pumping money in retail, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna go up, gonna go up." Put more money in, and this is where we suck the volume out, and then we use that to go further
Yeah.
down.
And I mean,
Yeah.
people are
Okay.
chasing right now too, so this gives opportunity for
Yeah.
burn some liquidity out. So
Mm-hmm. Sorry about it. Just to further. Um, so if we were wanting to find a bounce on IWM, what we need to do is look left for a box that exists in the past, and that would be like a fairer place to assume that there could be a reversal. If we find a structure, a box to the left, then that
yes,
indicates that there is a lot of volume there. And so if we were wanting a bounce, that would be that area
yes,
potentially.
we
Yeah.
want structure or a floor or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Dude, your system is so fucking awesome. Like,
My what?
honestly.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, see, once it starts to make sense, I can see myself 6 months from now making some better decisions than I've made in my past.
Yeah, dude, that's all. That's what it's about, man. Is like once things starts clicking, man. It's like then you start to be able to really
Yeah.
navigate where you're trying to do what you're trying to accomplish, and that takes the fear away and makes it more of something you're just trying to fucking do.
Yeah.
So
Because dude, I can tell you, like, the instinctual me was like go calls, right? Like the moment you see the crash happen, it's like, oh yeah, they're bouncing for sure. Just go calls, go long. And yeah, this is where I in the past felt that fear, and it's like just seeing that red candle go further down, and then you see a green candle, and then it's further down. So it's yeah, this is awesome. Thanks.
yeah, you got it, man. Sing it, Bad Bunny. Chop is robbing me again. It's your choice to trade it, man. You're trying to front run something, right? I mean, I did again, acknowledging what we broke right here. If we pull ourselves back up, I could see us retesting up, but you're literally at that low pre-market low right now. IP. There you go. Marvel 400%, dude. Good job. Oh damn, dude, that thing is ripping ass.
Like Q's want this 594, bro. Need to get to it.
ANF is just guiding to 84, guys. And I mean, honestly, getting a break below that. Yeah. Qs seem like they're going to go retest. And obviously IWM might follow suit. But you said 20 technically we bounce on the previous day's candle. Yeah. how or what you do from here, right, is going to essentially tell us what we're looking to accomplish, right? So obviously this floor directly up above us, which we're moving to right now, and then this retest level right here, those are going to dictate our day. So IWM should be flipping here. Yep.
You did so aggressively.
Yeah, but that's how they squeeze people out. All right, so the box is here now. Yes, I would adjust the floor. Yeah, yeah, the floor gets adjusted. It's building a box, so. Ah, what a day, what a day, what a day. This is what they do every time, by the way. Every single time you get a big fat dumper like this overnight, they make the open not easy. Yeah, it could be 10:30 before they move this sucker. It's actually 10 o'clock right now, so. Grab the floor, you dork. No, it's not just a whale, right? It's, you know, yeah, orders placed by large orders in pre-market, but oof. Boy, they were playing games this morning. You have that empty space in there, so you need to hold that first red candle here to your left, which is what it's trying to do, but sucks. Yeah, when you know it needs to recover something, don't get caught up in all this shit. Just wait for that recovery. 251.85. Patience here. All right, we're starting. So good news on this one, right? Is you're actually building off of it. So when price hits this area, right, you got a good candle close out here, so you got a better chance of popping up above 251.87. Price taps it. Pull back down. It's trying to hold that top. That right there is going to end your day right here. Q's already retested my level up above. They already tapped it. They tapped 602.33 on the money. Damn, 2 people away from 16,500 subscribers on YouTube. I did not go long on the Qs. No, I'm not playing against the grain right now. I do not want. I mean, the upside's fine, you know, maybe on IWM, but you do have the. You got to build for it. You got to. I mean, fuck, any move to the upside, right? You're gonna have to build for it. So. Kaleidoscopic. All right, hold again. So, and then obviously that same resistance, right? Zoom in here. That same overhead right here, right? That's what's going to hold you down. Might have to go ahead and expand the box again.
Hey, Potter, do you mind looking at BBAI? Not sure what the news is, but it's ripping crazy. I have equity in it at $4.20, and I'm not sure why it's ripping.
430 needs to break here. That's a good bucket.
I have stock in it, so
I could see a 470 target here if it can break over that overhead, so it doesn't look bad. Do I win anything? Oh, 1 person away.
if there is no news and its earnings wasn't that great, it had like 3 days ago, it had earnings. It was positive, but wasn't great. What any reason why the charts like doing well when nothing? There's no news, nothing associated to the AI yet.
Because the
Is
chart
that
the chart is the chart, man. The market mechanics move regardless. I mean, you got 2-3 bounces off of the floor here. You you know, yesterday or today you open up on $4, which basically puts you, you know, buyers have the ball at the bell. So I mean, consolidating like you are, yeah, I mean, it makes sense that you would move like with even without the news. I mean, you could suspect that price opening up on a floor like that is.
there wasn't any news to that thing? Or could this be like a precursor to the fact that there is going to be news?
There could be news, yeah. Miss you too, Bobby. Oh, dude, there we go. 16,500 subscribers on YouTube, bruh. Ooh. Empty space is getting filled now. Stop trying to front run shit. Now count with me, right? 2 off the bottom, 2 off the top. So could we expect a break happening here? Yes. Maybe not off of this specific candle, but in the next couple of rotations here, we should be looking at tension breaking. Did I target this stock today specifically because of overnight activity? No, I made a fuck ton of money off of it, and it still has more empty space to the downside, and I still have some runners to the downside, so yes, why? And of course, my strike is like the center of this chop. I have some 250s left, so there's more empty space down below, and in order for us to get it, we might need more volume from up above, but that's what I'm waiting for. Have a great Alex. Why not sell and get in cheaper for puts? Because I just made 9 grand. And if I leave, what was originally, like $200 on the downside, and I know exactly where I need to get out to avoid not making money on those contracts, I'm going to do it. That's what when I remove my risk and I remove investments and remove profit, the only thing left is runners. So I have the liberty to do what I want. And I have the liberty to not only that, but I have the ability to grab possibly even the other side of the trade, right? As we start to break and get out of my trade and take it up. So no. $200 is what I have left on the table of the original investment. Damn, BBAI. It's a good jolt. Tap right here, same level over and over again, right? So getting up above that, right, would obviously put sellers on their backs. Today is not a good day for traders. Don't label it yet. It's not even 10:30 yet. Once 10:30 passes, okay, I'll agree with you. Watch here. See if we get the break. This is the 3rd time here now. Below $15, you can just get out of those ravines. Okay, no rejection on that candle here. Let's see what this one brings. It's fighting already. So you're literally stuck between that 250, 150, and obviously breaking out here. It's on the corner and someone dead. Coming out of a monkey's head.
Hey Potter, you looking for continued upside on the Qs as well?
No, I'm not looking for anything on the Qs. The only thing I would look for on the Qs is downside. The upside is not clear. There's not empty space. I can't take that.
Thanks.
So are the contracts you have now 200? So they're just the runners, right? So imagine you had 10 contracts, you trim 7 or 8 off, and all you have is left is a couple. So it looks like I'm missing this red candle over here to my left, which is clearly stopping us now. But we should move here and hit that green candle here at 252.35. Right here. Come here. Come here. Come here. There you are. Who's a good price action? Tap. Now, if you can blow through that, that's a whole different opportunity. I don't do that with everything. He said pause. No, resume. Fast forward. Yeah, you know, if you really think about that, when people see something that's, you know, a little suspect, they say pause. But you only pause something if you want to stare at it more. Right? Doesn't make any sense. I'd say fast forward or just throw the whole tape away. All right, over this 252.48, we could look for that pre-market 252.86, but be careful here. And these levels slap sometimes, man. No candle close, no cigar. So if you can't break here, you'll have to come back here, and then you'll build, and then you'll have a choice. Good God, dude. Well, you stopped here, which makes perfect sense. Anything lower, and you can see this. We don't want to recover this, so you're in between the two. Rivian's starting to move again. Uh-oh. Don't get excited yet. Damn, how many of you guys sold your contracts? Damn, a lot of you guys sold Rivian. I know you did.
Not me. I still got all 40 in mine.
Yeah, about 15 minutes. Well, the rule is if you haven't made a new high or a new low by 10:30, typically the day's, you know, kind of trash. So yeah, if Rivian can close this 15-minute candle above 1525, we'll just set it there. But 5-minute isn't worth getting excited about until 1550 breaks. So basically, yeah, 1520. All right, Rivian, IWM, what are we doing here? That little gap right there in price is obviously a plague. I get into the 45-second here. It should be relatively easy to move through. Big moment here. Hit the 50% mark of this range. Popping up would give you a 253.31 target. If you guys are on TikTok, if you don't mind tapping your screen, that'd be great. Watching right now, watching, learning. White boy of the year. Damn. Appreciate that. I am not playing that. What's up, JJ? Typical. You need to push a candle outside. You're building a small 45-minute box or 45-second box. Whoever just joined the Discord, welcome. I hope you made a bag on your way in here. It's one of my favorite things in the world. It's when people make money just watching me, and then they fucking get to choose. What's up, Sick Rivers? All right, there it is. 252, that's the wick. First green candle here to my left is here. Now again, keep zooming out. Where are we? Right? Touching that low there at 253.32. You don't think that's going to be a big deal? It is, right? It separates us from the retest of the floor that we just lost here this morning. Nice. Went all the way to the 45-second defined structure. That's exactly correct, right? And is it scary? No, it's not scary. It's clear. That's what I'm looking for. Always. Good tap right there. Exactly what. Can I do Microsoft? Well, I've never tried to do that to a stock, but I mean, if I talk to it right, maybe buy it a few drinks, we'll see where we can get. Microsoft says no. Mike, Jose, we gotta find a cage for you, dude. Consent King. Oh boy, how do you get into Discord? My website. Or you can do a ritual, but we don't talk about that on live. All right, so I mean, plain and simple, bro chacho, you're gonna need that, right? I mean, I think you probably know that well, right? But you're not getting it right now. So, hey, hold on. Whoa. Yo. Some of the new members wild in here. What's this mean? Never had that. Interesting comment right there. Yeah, someone said, let's do the ritual. So I think the plain and simple answer here is 412, right? Gotta reclaim that. But I mean, this is, guys, this is a perfect example of what happens once you fill the empty space. Choppy, right? You're building into something. Yeah, I still stand by what I said on the cues. That's not something I would trade. Even though it's good, just because something's going up doesn't mean I want it, you know? Finding some resistance here. Oh, no. Pearl. Oh my god. It's a lion. Yeah, Qs are of no interest to me. I mean, they're moving well, but again, sticking to what I'm good at. Is there empty space? Not here. I mean, there was, but I chose IWM. Shut up, Dip and Rip. Yeah, it didn't take me long. Yeah, dude, the 45-second is actually nutty, dude. Look at this thing. You're probably about to pop right now and go touch that. Right there. Watch this. If you fail, then you'll do it again. Jesus. You know what? The good thing about this thing is it's clear as shit. I mean, you have the clearest box in the world here. So you just need to be reacting properly on either side of it. 9:30. When you say reclaim, reclaim a floor, what does that look like? Sure. So reclaiming a floor, right, would look like what we've done here on IWM. So you see this range over here? You see the bottom green candle? When price is, and I guess technically speaking, we have 30 minutes left on this candle, but when price is able to reclaim or settle, right, onto, so you see how we reject that level in pre-market or after that first dump? We reject that level and then we close a candle on it, permitting us, right, to potentially go higher. Shut up, Dip and Rip. Jesus Christ. Yeah, YouTube is a little bit far behind the thing. PLTR upside. How's that one doing? Ripping? No shit. Same levels. It's just got, dude. I mean, that's got to be tough right there. I think I mapped this one out last night. Yeah, it's 156, like Microsoft. Like Microsoft. All right, seeing some weakness here on the IWM now. Obviously, a little pullback here. It's not enough to lose something, but obviously this box is going to be your trigger for any more continuation to the downside. Neil? Neil. I think we're friends now. Damn. Text one person. That's what we get. Sing it. I mean, yeah, this is everything that you guys are just everything that I'm showing you guys here is what I'm teaching people in the workshop, so I'm looking through our text, Neil. There's nothing in here, dude. It's pretty clean. That's all right. You can show them. Yo, I'm not doing free advertisement here. Did you guys see Tucker Carlson's fucking hats? Dude, I'm not gonna lie, these are hilarious.
The mugs are awesome.
I'm actually gonna buy one. And you know, again, he's not always been my favorite person, but you can't help but respect this man for asking the questions that need to be asked.
He's starting to become a little bit more likable.
Sorry, I called you gay, by the way. I saw one Somali daycare. That's wild. Neocons are gay. Nation building is gay. Oh, it's too good. Yeah, he did question 9/11, which, you know, that might be the last person you'd ever think. But there's too many suspicion. Now it's not. Yeah, I like this version of Tucker way better, man. I mean, obviously he's out from underneath a, you know, uh, a news organization. I mean, I don't agree with everything he believes in and stuff like that, but I mean, he's asking the important questions and he's doing it to the people who I want to see squirm, you know. If I was him, I'd actually be kind of worried. Yeah, I know his dad was CIA or whatever, but yeah, if you're trading QQQ, I mean, obviously you're doing pretty good here. Again, sticking to my rules, I can't trade it. It's just part of. I mean, beyond that, there is empty space, but obviously that's a couple steps away here. Sorry, I thought you were a Fed. No, I don't think questioning anything or asking questions should never be like when people shut you down immediately with like, oh, you're being, yeah, like why did why was the owner of the building not there when he's there every single time? Why was there a massive increase in airline puts the night before, the day before? All of these things are, why is there insurance policy
Why
taken
did
out
so
for
and so
terrorism?
buy insurance? Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's like,
There was a
Yeah. Insurance
CIA
policy.
agent that was
how did,
killed in Canada as well, right?
yeah,
They killed, yeah.
I mean, how did you find the passports when everything apparently was molten steel, but you found perfectly intact passports a couple days after? Like, come on, man. And how was there buildings that didn't even get hit fallen? And there was a coalition of architects who came together to say that this is a controlled demolition. And how else would you get an old building filled with asbestos to be? I mean, the dude bought a building that essentially was, in need of just as much money to restore it or to flip it. And yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, they took terrorist insurance out 3 to 6 months before the attack. You watch the actual towers fall, and it's like, and people, back in the day called you crazy for thinking about this stuff. But these are perfectly logical questions. They're perfectly
Why did
logical.
the owner of the building tell his children not to go to work that day?
Yeah.
And the missing money, the Pentagon couldn't account for, and then
Yeah.
you hear that
Yeah,
one?
and that
Where-
wasn't an airplane.
yeah,
Yep. And then there was a dance
they
party
obviously
very
just
close by. You can look up. There's a really good dance party with some great dancing. Yeah, I think it was called the Dancing Israeli Party. You can Google that one. Check it out. It's a little sketchy. The lady smiling and saying, "Oh, well, now Americans see what we have to deal with every day." It's just all sketchy. You know what I mean? And I think what we want to believe, right? If you're a good person, I think where logic comes into question is nobody would do that, right? Nobody would do that. That's where I fear wealth of that level, because you're disassociated from, like, you look at people like numbers, like collateral damage, right? It's all part of the greater good. It's nuts. It's nuts. And then, I mean, dude, overnight, I lived on a military base on Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and overnight, these checkpoints, I mean, fences went up, barbed wire went up, everything was locked down. Crazy, But yeah, you defund the education of people. Nice. That's your first acceptance of price here up above. Watching that 253.32. Am I live muted? No way. No, it's not muted. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to believe if you're a good person. Like, that's why good people don't, go around killing people, because like they're obviously good people or they're decent human beings. And so, it's hard to imagine that another human being for just money would Yeah, I mean, look, Coca-Cola had, I mean, thousands killed. I mean, it started a coup for money, for business. You know what I mean? We've destabilized nations, toppled governments to get resources for cheaper by installing our own proxy governments. You know, so it's like, dude, these people are not, I mean, they're borderline inhuman. I actually thought it was pretty interesting that Pete Hegseth kept saying in one of his conferences, he said, we're doing this for American interest. And he only said that. He said, we're doing what we have to push for American interest. And I'm like, dude, American interest? Like, Jesus Christ, just say it, I guess. What the fuck is going on with the market? Right now I'm looking at IWM up, obviously, for a retest of some of the levels that we broke overnight, including this one that we're about to touch right now. Right now. Here it comes. If anybody is long, keep your eyes peeled. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that, DeGen. Yeah, high stakes, I saw that as well. Yep, they spent time in the interior of the building. If anybody calls you crazy for this, I mean, they're just like not willing to ask the questions, you know? It's okay to want these questions answered. You know, can IWM hit 260 by Monday? Oh, brother, that's a tall ass order, son. Dude, at most, right? Here's again here 254, right? And if that's recovered, then we could talk shop about a couple of other levels, like this one right here, around 254.93. But I mean, listen, what are we building right now? By moving quickly, obviously we're putting some structure behind us, but by moving quickly, we're going to make it that much easier to keep legging down. But at most, right, 254.21. So wait to short until something is lost. You know, if you just short for no reason, you know, when something is lost is when you usually want to try and start looking at that. So does Pam Bondi know the Dow has been under 50K for 3 weeks? I don't know, dude. She's probably shaking right now. She has no more talking points. Think we go back green. I don't. I can't call for that. Look, do you guys see what just happened? Right off of that damn wick, immediate rejection. So if you want to find out if we see continuation, we see price move through that, right? We move back down here. We look for structure. We found it. Beautiful, right? And that's when we wait. So if anything, retest. You do have kind of a little tiny structure here.
Yo, just a little for the new people. It's Friday. If you've made money this week, stay in profit. Do not overtrade. Take your profits and run. Start new. Start fresh on Monday, please.
You know, the dancing Israeli thing came from one of the fathers of the attacker. It was an Asian woman who recorded that.
Do you mind pulling up BBAI and the 1 minute? I'm just drawing what I feel is a box on the 1 minute.
You might have to give me 2 seconds here. Just 1 second, all right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah, don't overtrade, guys. What a rejection off of that 24-hour wick, guys. You touched it and you died. But you have to lose something. Get rid of everything. A little bit of crypto. Not a lot, though. Moment of truth here. VIX crush, traps, sellers trapped in shorts, Friday, mini fucked. Dude, what's up, man? I'm just gonna call you by your name. What's up, indirect anal?
Hey, yo.
That's his name.
No, like, goddamn. Straightforward.
I don't see anywhere where this has been debunked.
Yo, Connor.
What's up, dude?
When something is an empty space and it comes back down into the box and bounces off cross spaces, and
Mm-hmm.
it's Bitcoin I'm talking about. What happens next?
You said when something pulls down, hits cost basis. Is that where you're at? And then hold on a second.
Yeah, I had Bitcoin coming back into a box, bouncing off cost basis, but my box looks a little different.
Yeah, I would say so. It looks like in the most recent price action could probably focus purely on this, right? And with that, no box, right? You're just dipping into the top. Now, it does hurt that you're stuck here, right? And that still counts, still matters. I took 10 trades using the reversal method. 9 out of 10 failed. Reversal method? Using what reversal method? Reversals off a cost basis? Yeah, right. Getting a little bit more time away from the shop, going to look at trying to get in there with you guys a little more. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, I might have to stop by the shop here. I've been on a hiatus.
Potter, I'm sorry. DVAI, I'm about to sell. So I want to make sure that I don't sell it if I should keep it. So
Where are
on
you
the
at?
1 minute,
Yeah.
on the 1 minute, I see a box being formed. I've drawn it out on my chart, and I feel there is a box, and it has been in cost basis. It just lost cost basis, in my opinion. I don't know if my box is accurate, but I think it is. Uh, is this just that area where it's probably consolidating, maybe hit the floor and then uh, look to go back up, or because this is an all-time, like not an all-time high. It's one of those levels that I was expecting resistance at, and it kind of flew to today morning. But would this be the area where we would look for consolidation?
No. I mean, on the 1 minute, right, and then focusing purely on this one, it looks like 420, right?
Yeah.
And then also you have, what you can conclude to be a small range here with really fucking crispy ass cost basis here at 430, and then obviously the box up above, so that could be your re-entry. And then I was just about to mention you have that wick right here, and if underneath that wick, right, you drop down to this box, that'd be the only place that you could see a potential reversal. So
Okay. I have equity in this. I don't have contracts.
oh, you have equity in this. Okay.
Yeah, at 422. So
I mean, that's where you're on the 1 minute trying to manage a equity trade.
I just want to know if I should stay in it or.
I mean, if I'm in equity, man, it either works or it doesn't for sure. You know what I mean? And I guess being at this level, you run the risk of dropping back into it and dumping all the way. So I would use your low basically, or that 1 minute box that we just pointed out, right? If you lose that, yeah. So you could kind of just, look at how it responds to what's above and what's below and then go from there. So I just came across you a couple days ago following now, Big Drew. Hell yeah, Drew. God, I have a wild brain. I fucking. AI generated picture? What are you talking about? It's all dude, those pictures of the video of the dancing Israelis came out forever ago. Those dudes, their arrest records are still on file. I mean, if they were dancing, they were dancing. I mean, again, if you have proof, then, if that's debunked, then I'd love to see it. I'm an evidence-based individual. IWM looks like it's heading, breaking down back into that box below. Now, again, the rest of the day is going to be decided by whether or not we can break that, right? And you're falling really quickly. So be careful, guys. Thank you, DC. I mean, dude, I'm not going to believe what you say. I'm going to believe evidence. So, I mean, if you have evidence, send it to me, brother. And I mean, again, I'm always up for being wrong. I don't believe everything I think.
Hey, Potter.
Yeah.
You seen Lucid lately?
Nope. I forgot that company exists.
Yeah, it's just consolidating at this point, but I mean,
oh
it's
my
starting
God.
to build this foundation down at 950.
Foundation.
That looks good for equity.
Yeah, it's equity play. It's not like tomorrow I'm gonna see this thing go up to like $40, but
the regen brain in me who likes equity is like, okay, that looks good.
Listen, I'm gonna live vicariously through you guys, and I could see a weekly 1550 retest or a squeeze. I would check the short interest on that thing. Drop the box here. This is easy to reverse, so careful here. Just rushing into positions, guys. I honestly, as long as you're stuck in a range or you're in between two ranges, In fact, if you do not drop into this box, or even if you drop in and then bounce here, that will be Chop City, but we'll see what we get here.
So what was your take on Lucid?
Lucid, I mean, I guess the good thing here is you're sharing a floor at 950. Right, but I mean, as far as like, this is something that would be broken by a squeeze. You know what I mean? So I think if you look at the moving parts, you got empty space above 988. That'd be easy to rip through. 1030 breaks. It would be this overhead resistance separating you from another pocket of empty space. So you'd probably see a pop, fade, pop, right? Fade, pop. And then that's where, I mean, the real question is do you have enough juice to keep it pushing? And so, I mean, dude, this goes way outside of something that I would do. You know what I mean? Like it just, I always want my trade to lead into something. You know, I think like, you know, even if I was like looking here, like that would be a good setup, right? Up to $14. But this just, it's too much. You know what I mean? So if you do it, and you have a good stop loss, obviously, you know, you can make it happen. IWM straight down to the middle of the box. Make sure I'm on the right money here. So this is cost basis right now. Let's see how we respond.
It's kind of a preview to today's class about cost basis.
Yep. Always responds, even if it's momentary. My question is, am I off on my cost basis, which shouldn't matter too much, but this is where one could speculate on a bounce. But
you know, that IWM trade just now reminded me of yesterday's, where it built the box, went up, failed the ground floor, came punching through.
Yep. That was
I
a
caught it today.
beautiful little setup. What's up, Put Bros?
Oh shit. Prodigal son is back.
I mean that 100%. Thank you, man. Saying no many times. She bounces away. Boing. Cost basis. Boxception? Hell yeah, dude. There's boxes and boxes sometimes. No. Your thing alone. Sunshine. I'm not really looking to do anything right now, guys. I want resolution, right? I want to know whether or not this retest off of yesterday's wick is going to lead us down to the empty space that we still have remaining here to our left, right? Which would imply a much larger dumperino all the way to, you know, the fucking 249.50s, which I mean we got pretty damn close, but anytime. Who is ordering Domino's at fucking 10:50 in the morning? Is he really? Damn, hell yeah, he is. That dude ordered Domino's.
I want some pineapple pizza.
Yo, I fuck with pineapple pizza.
Hell yeah, dude.
I also get I do
You guys
can
are
you
sick.
come on, guys. Do you guys fucking see cost basis? Dude, this is the shit. Oh my god, I'm gonna break this in half. Oh my god, give me something to throw.
Run through that.
I got a breakfast burrito. Fucking.
Aquí traigo un burrito, cabrón.
I just, god damn, the system makes my toes curl sometimes, bro.
New pair of shoes?
Constantly, dude. That's why I got backups in the background here. My toe.
Like a guy that throws around the glasses, but with shoes.
Yeah. Are you talking about that dude who tries
The
food?
guy.
Yeah, you know
yeah.
I'm friends. I have that dude's number. I have
Sweet.
Yeah, I have dude, one day he was like mad broke. I don't know. Yeah. He was mad broke, and he was like on live, and he was just straight up like, I'm in a tough spot, dude. I need help. So I sent him like $500.
Nice.
Help him out. Yeah.
Went
He
to a good cause. More
yeah.
glasses.
More
Is that
glasses.
Panda?
Yeah, I'm friends with the Sun King too, Carlos. He hit me up because he wanted to learn how, or he was like trying to trade, but I think he kind of gave up on that idea.
Yo, is that Pinda?
Is that Panda?
Panda
Bro, I haven't
Sure.
heard him in
I know. I'm like, is it
months.
fucking
It feels
Panda?
like.
Sorry, I was in a tunnel with
What up,
my
dude?
friends.
How you been?
You were in
Been
a
good.
tunnel for 2 months? That's crazy.
Damn, Cabron. I thought you got lost in the sauce, baby.
No, I've just been busy with work. That's all. Lots of things happening.
It's all good, man.
Like he never
Glad
left.
Good to hear you, bro. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah. Trading wise, I've done pretty well on futures, so I've been mainly focused on that
Nice.
after hours.
That guy just ended his live. He fucking lost 9 bands, dude, and just closed his live out. That's fucking awful.
No, I thought you were laughing at someone losing their life. I was like, what?
Yep, I thought that too.
But yeah, this world drama that's coming around, it's coming fast. We're getting affected by like this whole thing with 2027 being an interesting year. I feel like something big is coming.
Oh, hell yeah.
Calling it's aliens. Get invaded by aliens.
Yeah, I'll put that on my bingo card for next year.
When we're talking about going to Mars, there's obviously going to be some problems if we do.
How do you know where cost basis is? It's the 50% mark of every area of consolidation. That's where the biggest bounces occur. Okay. I think we could probably apply an uptrend on this one now. That one that I had. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Boy, if you do not go make a new high, you're going to fucking kill people in here. All right, it is 11 o'clock, guys. So TikTok and YouTube, I will see you guys towards the end of the day here. The question still remains, right? Are we going to surpass 253.27 and go ahead and retest our whole floor? Or does this all fail and set us up for continuation to the downside, which isn't too far away? All right, but you have levels like 249.50 and of course 249 flat that still remain to the downside. Contracts are expensive, but this price action is killing the value of that downside. So, pay attention to where you left behind empty space. Cost basis is weaker now, so it would be easier to punch through this box, say if we come down. Outside of 252.83, you're probably going to go and test that low again. And if you can actually grab it, then you might have it at 253.87 here. So, you guys can join the Discord if you're on YouTube or TikTok via my website. But please don't join if you're wanting just signals, but if you actually want to learn how to be able to do this shit on your own. All right. I'll see you guys in a little bit.